Puna Radio presents Shadow over Puna. What lay beneath the lava? Episode 2, A Tale of Two Influencers. Puna. The kind of place where nothing stays buried. Not secrets, not stories, not heat. PGV came in talking about clean energy, job stability, progress. Some people bought it. Some people needed to. Others didn't. They saw what happens when you drill into something older than your language, older than your science. Tremors nobody could explain. Heat where there shouldn't be heat. Workers quitting without saying why. And now, workers not quitting at all. Just gone. PGV calls it coincidence. Nā Maka calls it a warning. And Pahoa just watches. Our newly hired investigators are still at the table when it comes up. Nā Maka. Tristan says, like he's tasting the words. Frank snorts. Sounds like one Facebook group. Kamalu shakes his head slow. Nah, I seen their tags all over town, not just talking, they doing stuff. Walker leans in and asks, Sabotage? Kamalu clicks his teeth. I ain't no snitch. Kaylee perks up. Wait, so like eco-activist? That's actually so. More than that, Dale cuts in. They look at him. They're not just against PGV, he says. They think PGV is desecrating the volcano goddess Pele. Walker exhales. Of course they do. Every hippie here thinks that. Dale doesn't respond. Kaylee and Tristan both lift their phones at the same time. Kaylee turns hers vertical, already smiling. Okay, besties. This just got spicy. Possible Pele worshipping eco-cult making scientists disappear? This is premium thriller content, I'm calling it. Volcano Cult Summer. Tristan holds his horizontal, voice dropping into something cinematic. This is not content, Kaylee. This is a spiritual reckoning. Pele is angry. I'm documenting this as Awakening in Puna, Episode 1, The Desecration. Kaylee laughs. Your spiritual awakening will barely get 50 views. Watch this. She turns the camera toward the table. Loke moves before anyone else can react. Clunk. His prosthetic slams the table so hard the glasses jump. You two fucking clowns, shut up right now. Silence. Even the background music seems to disappear. Loke stands. This ain't content. This ain't your TikTok show. This ain't your spiritual podcast. My friends are missing. Yamada was like my brother. And you two idiots in here acting like this is entertainment. Silence sits heavy. Loke leans forward, breathing hard. We clear? Kaylee, small for once. Yeah, Crystal. Tristan lowers his phone. We understand, brother. Two phones slide onto the table. Screen still glowing. Good, Loke says. Now put those fucking things away before I smash them. They do. Kaylee dramatic. Tristan slow. Reluctant. The tension lingers. Doesn't leave. Then quiet again. But not the same quiet. Kaylee leans toward Tristan, whispering like it's still a competition. Okay, but real talk. Mystic Closet is the move. That place is dripping with cult energy, crystals, sage, weird altars. That's where we find something real. Tristan leans in too, voice softer, but sharper now. Mystic Closet is surface level spirituality. Kaylee, Island Naturals is where the conscious community goes. People who actually feel the ley lines, that's where the information is. Kaylee smirks. Conscious community. Babe, that place is just overpriced fruit and white people pretending they're enlightened. Mystic Closet has the real weirdos. Kumalu, still eating, not even looking up. You two still arguing? Thought Loke was gonna kill you. Kaylee and Tristan at the same time. We're not arguing, we're strategizing. Walker cuts him. We should ask around first, the locals might know what PGV doesn't. Yeah, Frank nods. I get connections, brought a hookup you like. Tristan speaks up. I can start Island Naturals, he says. That kind of place, people talk. I'll go with Tristan. Kumalu says, Uncle made me come look for one job anyway. I can at least make a quick $1. Kaylee already pointing across the road. That shop, Mystic Closet. That's 100% where something weird is happening. Walker sighs. Fine, I'll go with you. She doesn't trust the shop. She trusted Kaylee even less. Frank already moving in the other direction. I go Paul's, I like one egg roll. Nobody stops him. Nobody could. Dale stands last, watching all of them. Then steps off in the direction Frank left without saying a word. And just like that, the group fractured, not for the mission, not for the missing men, but because two clout goblins couldn't stand letting the other one win. Island Naturals feels safe. That's the first lie. Open air smoothies, expensive water, people smiling like nothing bad ever happened to them. The kind of place where everybody talks about healing, but nobody says what's broken. Kikumalu Keka stays outside watching, leaning against the wall like he's not part of anything. He don't go inside right away. Places like this, they talk different when they see you coming. Tristan walks in like he belongs there. Hey, he says, soft, practiced, beautiful space, really feeling the energy in here. The cashier nods. He's heard this before. Too many times. Tristan scans the fridge, grabs a bottle, turns it over. $8? The cashier shrugs. Structured water. Tristan nods like that explains everything. Of course it is. He adds a granola bar, walks up to the counter. That'll be $12, the cashier says. Tristan hands over the money. Then he leans on the counter like it's casual. Quick question. My friend's friend, Dr. Yamada, he's kind of a lost soul. You seen him? The cashier pauses, looks at him. Really looks this time. You one cop? Tristan smiles, soft. No, I'm more community adjacent. The cashier stares, that didn't help. Okay, but like, Tristan continues adjusting. I just help people align with. Yeah, he comes sometimes. The cashier cuts in. Tristan resets instantly. Perfect, love that. What'd he buy? Tristan asks, the cashier shrugs. Weird kind stuff. Tristan leans in, define weird. Walnut flour. Tristan pauses. For what? The cashier shrugs again. You tell me. Tristan nods slowly, like this is deeply meaningful. It's not. Okay, yeah, that tracks. It doesn't track. Recently? Tristan asks. The cashier shakes his head. Nah, not in a while. Then lowers his voice just a little. People disappear around here though, not like gone. They just end up somewhere else. Where? The cashier glances outside. He whispers. The jungle.
Outside, a man approaches Kumalu, sweaty, dreads, eyes moving too fast. Hey yo, you holding? How much? Kumalu lazily pulls out a small baggy 20 crip kind, bruh. Perfect. The guy says, digging through crumpled bills and coins, you seen my sister? What her name? Starlight. Kumalu pauses. Starlight's not a real name, yeah? The guy nods. She changed it after she joined them. Joined who? The guy laughs, but it's nervous. Some hippie commune. I haven't heard from her in months. Thor Weaver. Didn't say his name at first, didn't need to. He looks like someone who's already lost something. Just waiting to confirm it. Kumalu asks, what's her real name? Thor hesitates just for a second. Then he shakes his head. Stardust, he says. Kumalu squints. Nah, brah. I'm serious. Thor says, a little defensive now. That's her name. Kumalu tilts his head like, legally? Thor shrugs. Our parents named her that. We from Oregon. That explains too much. Kumalu nods slow. Okay, yeah, that track. She not the same. Thor says, last time I saw her, she talking different, like she hearing something I wasn't. That sits heavy. Inside, Tristan hears the same story, just cleaner. They not a cult, you know, the cashier says, just people choosing a different way. Tristan smiles. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But even he don't sound convinced. Outside, Kumalu nods once. Shoots, he says. If I see her, I let you know. Thor doesn't smile. Yeah, he says, as you see her, she not gonna look the same. That's the second thing that lands wrong. Tristan steps outside. The air hits different out here. Thicker, warmer. Like something's been sitting in it too long. He pulls out his phone, screen cracked just enough to catch the light. Battery, 1%. Okay, he mutters. We're working with pressure now. He flips the camera horizontal, always horizontal. This is Tristan, he says. Voice dropping into that calm, cinematic tone. Field notes, Pahoa. We just spoke with locals at Island Naturals, there's confirm. The screen cuts, dead. Tristan freezes. No. He taps it, nothing. Holds the power button, nothing. He stares at the black screen like it personally betrayed him. I was mid-sentence. Silence. The wind moves through the trees. Tristan lowers the phone slowly. No documentation, he says quietly. That feels wrong. For the first time, he's not performing. He looks toward the jungle. No camera now, no audience, just him. Kumalu looks at him. They don't need to say much. Kumalu says, yeah. Tristan nods. Not normal. Tristan pauses, then quiet. Not fake either. Behind them, Island Naturals keeps going like nothing happened. People buying smoothies, talking about energy, laughing too loud. And somewhere out there, the eyes already know.
They're asking questions.
The mystic closet doesn't look dangerous. That's the second lie. It sits quiet across the road, painted colors already fading, wind chimes clinking like they trying to say something but don't know how. The kind of place people walk into looking for meaning and walk out with something they don't understand. Puna is full of places like that. Places where old things don't die. They just change shape. Pele still lives here, not as a story, not as a metaphor, as pressure, as heat, as something that decides where you stand and where you don't. The mystic closet don't worship her directly, but it circles her. Jewelry carved from basalt, books that say just enough to feel true. Symbols worn without understanding what they mean, and the woman behind the counter, she sells all of it. She looks harmless. White lady, late 40s maybe. Linen clothes, soft voice, the kind of smile that makes people talk more than they should. She doesn't push anything, she lets you choose. That's how she knows what you're looking for before you do. Kaylee steps in first, already halfway performing. Oh my God, this place is actually perfect. Kaylee doesn't believe in anything until it looks good on camera. Walker follows slower, eyes scanning. Shelves, books, objects placed just right, not random, never random. Walker reading the spines, ascended masters, chariots of the gods, the secret. This is like spiritual pyramid scheme starter pack. Kaylee drifts toward the books, stops. Looks at them like they personally offended her. Okay, I'm gonna say it. She says books are for poor people. Walker doesn't even look up. That's not a real sentence. Kaylee gestures at the shelf. No, because like, if I have time to read, something's already gone wrong in my life. Walker's already pulling one down. Hawaiian mythology, flipping pages, scanning, actually reading. Kaylee backs away from the books like they're contagious. She pivots to the jewelry. Okay, wait, this is cute. She picks up a pendant. Smooth black stone, circular, etched figure, woman, hair like smoke flowing outward. Pele. There's only one. Walker notices immediately. Doesn't say anything, but her whole body does. Is this ethically sourced? Kaylee asks, holding it up like it's already hers. The shop owner smiles. It's local. Kaylee nods. Love that. Walker steps closer. Too casual. Too interested.
It's basalt, Walker says, like she just happened to know. Volcanic origin, high thermal retention. Kaylee turns it. It's warm. Walker freezes for a fraction too long. That's normal, she says quickly. Too quickly. The shop owner tilts her head. Some things hold more than heat. Walker ignores that, eyes locked on the pendant. Kaylee keeps holding it, not putting it down. Walker shifts closer. How long has that been here, she asks. Not long. Who made it? Someone local. Name? The owner smiles, doesn't answer. Walker exhales through her nose that tells her everything. Kaylee's still holding the pendant, turning it, feeling it. I like this, she says.
Walker tries. Settle. If you don't want it, she starts. Kaylee doesn't even look at her. Oh, I want it. Walker nods too fast. Right, yeah, of course, I was just saying if you didn't. I do. That door closes. Walker lingers anyway. Interesting piece, she says, like she not invested. Could be, culturally significant. Kaylee smiles. Oh my God, that makes it even better. Walker blinks. That backfired. Kaylee turns to the counter, still holding it. Okay, wait. This jacket. This is insane. She grabs a fringe leather jacket, spins. Do I look like I survive in the jungle or what? Walker doesn't answer. Still staring at the pendant. Kaylee piles things up. Feathered headband, jacket, laughing. This is so me. Walker, one last attempt. You know, she says carefully, basalt can sometimes carry residual. I love that. Kaylee cuts in. That's literally my brand. Walker closes her eyes for half a second, defeated. Kaylee sets everything down except the pendant. I'll take all this. The owner rings it up without looking surprised, like she knew already. Anything else? She asks. Kaylee looks down at the pendant, still in her hand. No. I think this was meant for me. Walker hears that, and for the first time, looks genuinely annoyed behind them. The corkboard shifts, yoga classes, drum circle, stargazing tonight. And one flyer, half torn, Nā Maka. Walker notices. Kaylee doesn't. She's too busy, wearing something she hasn't paid for yet. Outside, the wind moves the chimes again. Soft, almost like laughing. They step out.
Kaylee already pulling out her phone. Okay, wait. Fit check. Jacket adjusted, fringe shaken out, pendant lifted, perfect. Camera flips vertical. Hey K-Bays, just hit this hidden spot in Pahoa. Full volcanic core energy. She holds up the pendant. And this piece, it found me.